How are you doing? Trust you are doing well and great. Today is day 24 of the So Fast. Oof. Guys, I am super, I am pumped. I am everything because today's So Fast is so amazing. Today's So Fast is so amazing. Today's So Fast is talking about belonging, and the characteristics for today is drum roll, grrr, identity. Gosh. See, how many times have you asked yourself, who am I? I think we should start from there. If, like me, I've way before now, it's been one of the questions that bugs me a lot. Who am I? Who am I? Where exactly am I? Do you get what can I do? What can I do is even good. Is that who am I question exactly? That is always an headache, right? And I love this today. I love today. Also, let me also say this before I go ahead. Today is my birthday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm currently shooting this, or I said shooting. I'm currently recording this May 11th, 2023. So in case maybe you are listening to this in 2024, 2025, 2030, just know that I recorded this on my birthday. So yes, you can drop a comment of saying happy birthday. Yeah, you can drop it. I will appreciate it. All right, so let's go into today's podcast, right? Let's go into it. Let's dive right into it. First, let me say that today's podcast was quite long. It was quite long, and I love that the book took time to break it down. I think he did that for me, and I'm really excited about that. So let's go into it, right? Let's ask conversations about it. So one of the first things that I wrote here is that the greatest need of every human heart is the need to belong. That's why we always ask this question, who am I? Because everybody wants to know that, and everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to know that somebody's like, we all want that. I remember this particular movie. I want to remember now this particular movie that these guys did, Way of the Water. Yes, Avatar, Way of the Water, right? And I remember one of the things that the actresses and the actors say in that movie is when they want to greet each other, they say, I see you. Like, there's a way they do it. They touch their head and they're like, I see you. Do you get? Like, it's one of the ways by which they even greet each other. Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to know that I can also put into what is happening. Do you get? And I believe strongly that that feeling that everyone feels is God's way of proving to us that yes, I created you. You can do nothing without me. I feel like it's one of the ways God just, because there's a sense of fulfillment that comes when you connect to somebody, real connection. There's a sense of belonging that comes to it. There's a sense of security, of self that comes with it, authenticity that comes with it, right? So let's go. Now, the next one of the things that also stood out for me is that we are not created alike. Oh my God, I love the fact that the book specified this. Yes, we all want to be connected. Yes, we all want somebody to see us and all those good and amazing stuff. Now, the most amazing thing about this is that there's nobody that was created alike. Even Taye Kehinde, like twins, identical twins and all those good stuff, they were not created alike. They might have some body features, like the faces is the same, the ends. There are even some identical twins that one is a lefty and one is a righty, right? So, like, that is so profound. We are not created alike, but we are created to connect with one another, to share and to exchange. Imagine if, I know you've seen cars, right? Imagine you've seen cars like the same model, everything. They were created, everything together. There's no how those things, like for example now, two cars they were created the same way, the same everything. All the features in their body, they are the same thing, right? But imagine two different cars. They are able to exchange, they're able to share, they're able to tell you that this is something that is special about me. For example, iPhone, Samsung, Techno, Oppo, different phones, right? So iPhone, we're able to say, oh, iPhone, this is my iPhone is makes sense, my camera is this, my camera is that. And then another person has Techno, has Oppo, and they're like, this is, do you get? That is the beauty. Imagine if all the phones we have in this world, they are all the same. There won't be, people will not be, they will not need to be doing adverts now. Guys, see, I'm a brand strategist, so don't blame me. Sometimes these things enter into things. Don't blame me, right? But I believe that one of the beauty of not being created the same way is to be able to share, to be able to connect, to be able to exchange. We do not all have to be the same to be connected. That is another thing. We do not have to be the same to be connected. Our differences can also is like our differences are beautiful in their own ways. Yes, our differences makes us beautiful in our own ways, right? You and I were created to be loved and to love. That's why let's not talk relationship. Let's just move ahead. When you are able to trust yourself, you will be able to trust others. See, there's this belief I have, yeah. There's this belief I have that if I am able to grow, if I am able to love myself, then I can be able to give you that amount of love also. I believe strongly in that saying, in that knowing. I just know it. Like, one of the reasons why I am a good friend to my friends is because I am a good friend to myself. Yeah. A lot of people, I remember, I think it was around last year, 2022. I was always getting DMs. Can you be my friend? Can you be my friend? Can you be my friend? And I was wondering, I was like, what is going on? And I imagined that, and I said, I don't mind being your friend, but I hope if your friendship doesn't come with unrealistic expectations. Because you have to understand that you should see, you have to be able to be a friend from the owner's point of view. You don't have to be like, friendship should not complete you. Friendship should even make you blossom well. It shouldn't complete you. Okay, let me not break us too much. Let's just go. It takes courage to keep showing up and to keep putting your true self out there. It takes courage. One of my prayers for this season is that the Lord gives unto me courage, that I wear courage as a cloak and I wear boldness as a badge, because it takes courage and boldness to be able to navigate through life, to be able to show up as your true self every time. Another thing I want to say is that greatness is risky. Take a chance. If you are waiting for greatness to come and meet you, you will wait though. But you have to see, one of the things that makes greatness is the boldness and the courage you put into it to take a chance on yourself. I kid you not. Integrity means not violating one's own identity. Oh my God. A lot of people get to ask me questions like, how are you so consistent? How are you this? How are you see? It boils down to me. I want to be able to be a woman of my words. I don't just want to be it to anybody. I want to be it to myself first. So when I say to Oluwakemi, you are going to do this, I want to be able to do it for myself. So whenever I share my achievement, whenever I share my success, whenever I share my story, I share it from the way it makes me feel, much more than the way it makes everybody feel. Oh, I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. It is great. But I want you to understand that I am proud of me first. And I get that makes me feel like, oh, are you not being too selfish? Must everything be you, be you, be you, be you? Guys, it's just the reality of life. When you get to understand and start taking responsibilities like that for yourself, it makes you be able to show up a better version of yourself. If I had not committed to my growth, to this and that, I won't be able to be like, inspiring you will not be something I'm able to do. I can inspire you because first, it started from me. Inspiration starts from me. Right? So I have to be able to inspire me first. I have to be able to grow so that I can inspire you. Do you get? So inspiration, it starts from me first. So I believe that true growth starts from you. That is it. I believe so much. I believe strongly in that. Do you get? Now, as a journey through authenticity, you must have a strong sense of identity, a strong sense of who you are. It is very, very important. I know of a lot of people, when you ask them who are you, they start telling you things like, okay, let's not even go there yet. Let's stay focused here. Being confident in who God has called you to be is vital to the health of your soul and essential to your empowerment. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now let's go to the characteristics of the day, which is identity. But before I go into it, I wrote a book. Yeah, I wrote a book documenting my experience for the past 1 year. Is first of many to come by the grace of God, and the book is available for you to order at the rate of 2,000 naira. If you want to it's just you reading through my journey. I could have just said, "Will we read it?" I could have just said all those things, but I thought of something to myself that if I don't share my story, somebody else will share it from their point of view. And you and I, we live in a digital world where anything can go viral anytime. So I decided to, grab the odd by the head and just share my story every step of the way, to just, honoring God every step of the way, and just making sure I put my story out there, I put my journey out there. And it's something that I recently heard from Michelle Obama. She said there's this book she wrote, The Light We Carry, right? I don't know if you've read it. I've read it. Sure. In that particular book, she did a video to it, and in the video she said something. She said, "Believe me, I don't have all the answers, far from it, but what I do have is my story, and you do too." And I realized that almost everything that all of the things that happened on TV, on some people say they give them exclusive and all those amazing stuff just to speak their story. So I am not going to keep quiet. I'm going to keep putting my story out there, even if it is just for one person, for two persons, for three persons. I'm going to keep getting my story out there. And I also found out that speaking my story, sharing my story, is one of the ways to honor God. Imagine if nobody has documented Jesus Christ's story. You and I, the Bible we are reading right now, let's not go into it here. So the book is available for a token of 2,000 naira. It's currently available digitally, so it's a e-book for now, and I look forward to printing it. Is one of my biggest goals, to print the book. But I promised myself that if I'm able to sell more than 500 copies, I'm going to definitely publish it as a hard copy book. It's something I want to do for myself. So yeah, help me make the dream come true by buying a copy. So it's currently a token of 2,000 naira. I'm going to drop a link in the comment section, so you can click the link and then you can reach out to me in my DM, and then we can get started. So let's go into identity. Let's go into identity real quick. All right, so let's talk about identity. And I love one of the first questions that the book asked. It said, "If I ask you who you are, would you answer with the role you play or with the title you wear?" And it's so amazing. I remember there was a time I went for an invite, and the person asked me, "So who is Toluwakemi?" And I said, "Toluwakemi is you." And I painted a picture for her. I said, "Imagine entering into a museum or entering into a art studio, and you see a very beautiful design, a work of art." And I kept, painting that picture. And when I was done, she was like, "Yo, all I asked is, who is Toluwakemi?" I said, because you have to understand that being Toluwakemi is an experience. Is much more than just the roles, the goals, the achievements. I said, being Toluwakemi is an experience on its own. And she laughed. She was like shocked with my answer. But I'm very proud of that answer. Imagine, I'm currently using the answer as a case study for you guys right now, right? And that was like one of the first times that I did that. And I was so proud, super proud of myself that I was able to do that. Yeah. So make sure whenever you define yourself, don't define yourself by the roles you play, by the titles you have. It's nah. For example, if I tell you that Toluwakemi is a solution enthusiast, that word encompasses a lot of things. That word is just the two. Is it even a sentence, or is it two words? I don't know right now, but is one thing that I've been able to find to encompass everything that has to do with me. Do you get? So let's continue. Your identity can only be found in your source. Yes. So who is your source? Who exactly is your source? So let your source define your identity, because when you have a sense of that, you will find the courage to dare to live authentically. And your authentic self, that is your divine self, is a seed of greatness God has put in you when you were formed. When we were all formed, God put a seed in us. That seed is our authentic self. And you have to make it your lifelong desire to seek out, to know who that person is. There was something I took note of in this book, and I wanted to just explain it. It was when they asked Ruth, when Boaz asked Ruth that who is Ruth, and Ruth just said her name, that I am Ruth. And it made me remember this Guardian of Galaxy movie. Yes, I'm a movie freak person. This I am Groot, Van Diesel, that is the only line Van Diesel was making in the whole movie. And he got paid for a huge amount of money. So in that movie, he will just say, I am Groot. I am Groot. And that I am Groot meant different things at different times. It was not subject to the explanation and to the understanding you got. And I also reminded when Ruth said, my name is Ruth, then he said something in the book. He said, when she said that entails her image, her character, her reputation, habits, belief, custom, tradition, values, expectations, purpose, potential, temperament, personality brand, leadership styles, communication strategies, life skills, memories, experiences, education, dreams, goals, visions. Oh my God. Now, it summarized all this into 7 things, which are the image, character, perception, attitude, repetition, social personnel, and responses. So whenever you want to describe yourself, ask yourself, have you figured out who you are in all these things? When it comes to image, how do you see yourself? When it comes to character, what kind of characters can you say are your core values? When it comes to perception, how do you believe or think people perceive you? When it comes to attitude, what are the attitude traits that you have? When it comes to reputation, what does your reputation say? What does your reputation speak? When it comes to the social personnel, socially, who and what are you? When it comes to how do you respond to things? Gosh, if I were you, I'm going to take out time and really, really study these things. I am grateful for the privilege to have, gone through this since last year. So I've been able to figure out some things. I am still on a journey of figuring out some things out too, but I'm grateful that I've, passed through some stages, I have answers for these few things. Yeah. Now, the last thing I want to say is that what counts is whether or not your identity, that is your perception of yourself, is defined by God. So, you always have to pray that prayer. Who am I, Lord? Who am I in you? Oh gosh, I prayed this prayer last year. Who am I in you? Who am I going to be in you? Who am I to be in you? You start praying these prayers and God start bringing to your eyes. And then one thing I love to say is that a lot of people are always waiting for a sound, big voice. No, it's the way God has been speaking with you ever since before that He will keep speaking with you. It's not going to change the mode just because you want to know who you are. So guys, tomorrow we'll be looking at becoming and we'll be looking at purpose. Yeah. See, I love this week. I don't know about you. How has this week been? I love what this week has been teaching us. Teaching us about identity, about destiny, about gratitude, and about the power of belief, about faith. I love it so much. I love it so much. So till I come your way next time, which is tomorrow, my name is the Global Toluwakemi. Today is my birthday. Drop a comment of happy birthday in the comment section. I really appreciate it. And in case you are listening to this in 3 years, 2 years, 1 year's time, also drop a comment of happy birthday. I would really, really appreciate it. So till I come your way next time, thank you so much and have an amazing, amazing day. Bye-bye.